Voice of Change News.
This is Voice of Change Radio News. I'm Amanda Kumalo. A quick look at stories making the headlines. Ramaphosa bowled over by immaculate Beitbridge, South Africa to copy President Mnangagwa's work. In business news, First Lady's exceptional work earns your invite to key UNWTO fora. In regional and international news, Eswatini turns 57 and seeks ideas for a year-long celebration of its bicentenary. In sports news, Triangle hold Dembare. The news in detail. South Africa is learning from Zimbabwe on how to modernize its border infrastructure to improve the movement of people, goods and services, as has been enabled by President Mnangagwa's refurbishment of the Beitbridge border post. This comes as the region is moving towards integrating border management activities as part of the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area, which inter alia seeks to eradicate various forms of red tape hindering trade, investment and the movement of persons. On that front, Zimbabwe has been a pacesetter in the region, especially through the $300 million refurbishment of the Beitbridge border post, which was once reviled for its bottlenecks and notorious delays that bled businesses. Yesterday, President Mnangagwa met his South African counterpart, President Cyril Ramaphosa, first on the South African side and then later at the Zimbabwean side for a familiarization tour that President Mnangagwa said should be the norm to enhance people-to-people relations between the two countries separated by the Limpopo River. In other news, Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission ZAC chair and former High Court judge Justice Lois Matanda-Moyo has added another feather to her cap after President Mnangagwa yesterday appointed her as the country's first female prosecutor general. The appointment of Justice Matanda-Moyo, who had been at the helm of ZAC since May 2019, comes a few days after President Mnangagwa appointed Mrs. Virginia Mabiza as the country's first ever female attorney general. Justice Matanda-Moyo's appointment is with immediate effect and she takes over from Mr. Kumbirai Wodzi, who held the position from 2019 until his resignation on medical grounds last year. Moving on to business news. First Lady Dr. Mnangagwa yesterday received a special commendation at the 8th United Nations World Tourism Organization UNWTO World Forum on Gastronomy Tourism, where she was invited in recognition of her massive support for gastronomy tourism, which has prospects to take the country far and can be used as an example in Africa and the world. She becomes the first African First Lady to be invited to the forum since its inception, owing to her exceptional work that has captured global imagination. The First Lady was chosen to give an address on African gastronomy and empowering communities, during which she highlighted Africa's potential as a continent. She was selected since Zimbabwe was recognized for achieving UNWTO standards on gastronomy tourism. In news beyond our borders, Eswatini celebrated 57 years of independence from British rule. On Wednesday, the Mountain Kingdom of Eswatini celebrated 57 years of independence and also marked the start of commemorations of the kingdom's 200th anniversary since King Moshoeshoe I founded the Basotho nation. That bicentennial celebration will run for a year, the Minister of Gender, Youth, Sports, Arts, Culture and Social Development, Pitso Leswane, said in a statement. And finally, in sports news, Triangle United held Dynamos to a goalless draw in a tightly contested Castle Lager Premiership match at Gibo yesterday as they continue to fight for survival. It was Taube Shuma's first match at the Triangle, and the giant goalkeeper brought his A game, keeping a clean sheet, and on several moments kept his side in the game with numerous smart saves. The water gave Dynamos an early scare when Dynamos goalminder Prince Tafire Mutsa fumbled Ghanaian international Wilson Mensah's effort, but was relieved as the ball went out for a corner kick in the 7th minute. That brings us to the end of this bulletin.
Voice of Change News.